What's up, y'all? I want to welcome y'all back to AD Cooks, and on the menu today is smoked neck bones and butter beans. Appreciate you for tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe. Alright guys, what we have in front of us is a pot full of smoked neck bones. I put a little water into it just to kind of cover it up with water. And we're not going to add too much seasonings into this. We're not going to add a lot of salt, as I would say. Also, if you're using, if you're cooking with smoked meat, you have to be careful about the salt levels that they add into this. So we're not going to add any salt into this right now. We're just going to add our seasonings in. I'm going to go in with about a half of medium onion and about a quarter of a bell pepper. Pretty simple, y'all. It's an easy one, man. You just throw it on the, put it in the pot with some water and let it go. I'm gonna go in with some garlic powder. And we're gonna go in with some black pepper. Stir things around. This is what our smoked meat is looking like. It's very stiff right now. We want to get this tender. And again, do not add so much salt to this at the beginning. Leave it like it is. Also, if you're going to use chicken broth or any type of stock, that also adds an element of sodium to it as well. So that's why I'm choosing to add just water to this. So we'll cover this. And let this baby cook down. All right guys, neck bones have been on for about an hour and 30 minutes. Let's check on them. And you may need to add more water to them. That's what I'm gonna do. Neck bones typically take about 2 hours and about 30 to 3 hours. So we're just gonna continue to let them cook. We want to make sure they're tender and they're kind of falling off the bone and not as stiff like that. So we'll cover. Let things cook. Neck bones have been on for about 3 hours. These babies were stubborn, but we got them tender. We're gonna go ahead and pull them out. Falling apart, that's what we're looking for. And also through the process, I did have to go in and add more water to them. As you cook these, make sure you just add more water to them so they don't burn. So we got us about 6 neck bones. At this point, we're gonna take our butter beans, because this video is not only just about the smoked neck bones, they're also about the butter beans. So we have our butter beans. Add those in. Using 2 bags in this recipe. Second bag. Add them in. And you just want to make sure, I don't know where your water will be at that point, but you just want to make sure your butter beans are covered in your stock that you cooked your neck bones with. Gonna to do the same thing that we did with our neck bones. Cover, let things come back to a boil and continue to cook, y'all. All right guys, beans have been on for about 30 minutes. We brought it back up to a boil. We just want to kind of stir things around. Also at this point, we're gonna add us a little sugar or brown sugar. I'm gonna use sugar in this recipe, so we're gonna add us a little sugar. I like my beans to be a little sweet. So you add it to your tasting. I'll taste off camera to see if I need to add any more to it. Also, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little more black pepper to these butter beans. You also, at this point, if you need to salt things, you can also salt things. I do not need to salt anything in mine. We're just gonna let things cook. The beans are still kind of hard, so we're not at that point yet, but we're about 30 minutes in. We'll continue to cover and let things cook. All right guys, beans have been on for about an hour. I'm gonna go ahead and check on them, and they're softening up. We're getting us a nice little bean gravy to them. Also, at this point, when you're cooking the beans, if you need to add more water to them, add it. We do not want any our food like burning at the bottom of the pan. So you want to make sure these beans have enough water or stock to them. Also, off camera, I went ahead and broke down my my neck bones, my smoked neck bones. I left a few pieces of bones in there, left a few pieces of gristle in there. We're gonna go ahead and add that in. If you need to add more water to it, add more water. We're gonna continue to let things cook, cover for about maybe 30-45 minutes. And I think we're close to it. All right guys, let's go ahead and check on our butter beans. This is the consistency that we're looking for. We're gonna go ahead and turn things off. Got us some nice bean gravy going on. We're gonna add us some parsley flakes. Nice, y'all. Smells so good in this house. I love my beans with cornbread. So what we'll do is cover, let things cool down, and then we'll boil. All right guys, we went ahead and boiled our smoked neck bones and our butter beans. And this is something that I love to pair with, you know, cornbread. You can pair it with rice. Easy, simple meal. Amazing meal. The house smells so good, y'all. I love beans. That's why you always see me cooking beans. Beans are healthy for you. It's also a cheap way to cook and feed a family. And I really want to appreciate you for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, and peace.